follow the wind.
Look! There are some people talking over there!
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats.
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilge water you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that. Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy over?
And what makes you think they'd want to hire someone like you?
Whoa. Sounds like they're really... Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. That's true.
Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Hey, you over there? Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? All right.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all... There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders... Sure.
Great! Since you...
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right.
Why don't you pick?
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors? Then, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over... There are two guys who are always skulking around in the corners of corridors gossiping. The bigger guy is Quisto, and the skinny one is Lavaroon. People call them the bomb. I never really found their gossip very mind-blowing. And it's pretty much just the same If you're interested, you can go talk with them.
Good to know.
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more... Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a...
Huh? Wait, are you...
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was to go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole... A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made...
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though. See you later. Hey,
There's a group of people over there.
So I said, that's not a faucet.
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking...
What's the matter? They're just...
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Yeah, fine. Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy and...
Really? Are we?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join...
You're.
I'm Quisto, and this is Lava...
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew,
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better. Whoa, all this info's...
I don't mind him. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
Right.
Is that so?
Oh,
Since you like my... Listen, kids. The power structure with it... You've already met the...
Those who have the Duke's attention get all...
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day?
But did you know that Churia was a talented researcher?
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede... Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it.
Wait a second.
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates?
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Juria to a pulp that one time. And we might...
okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
Is it really all right for us to talk about people behind their backs like this?
That's just how it goes. Good gossip is still gossip.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But wait, we're not just gossiping, this is...
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth. Huh? That look in your eyes. You've...
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell.
Oh, as Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for. Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way,
Bingo!
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later. It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this info.
Collecting.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll...
We've been working together for a long time. We know each traveler. What say you to meeting here 9 days from now? Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So...
What do you want us to do?
Well, I won't call it easy per se. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside any... But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first. My apologies. I just started rambling out of habit.
But that's not a bad thing, right? All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will... There seem to be several people...
Right. I feel like it's not impossible.
It's a bit hard to understand them from here, so... Oh... Someone, please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you... The traveler started complaining of a stomachache, and then nausea, and then collapsed. Freezing limbs, twitching. Let me take a look. Please. Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly. You can do it, traveler! Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you. My checkup has confirmed that she's not in any mortal danger. Eh? that's good. I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Don't sense serious damage to your organ. And here? Huh? What about here? Oh, I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing
So that's what it is.
And there have been other inmates. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low. Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Her stomach aches really bad. She was stumbling about the whole week.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need.
But it also looks...
Well...
What do you mean that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course, though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient?
That's correct.
Are you two...
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups, and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That... you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's...
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent...
Hey, don't start arguing now, please! Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released...
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that.
Please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier?
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place.
He just slowly walked off? Like that?
I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's...
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like some... I'll accompany you two for a while. No.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
Thank you for getting our medicine.
Did you all cooperate with your bed rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days... Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed... Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make...
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as...
Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the traveler rest? Paimon can answer the question.
So her primary symptoms are abdominal... Alright then.
Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds?
No, her base constitution is quite good. So I'm sure she'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please, make sure to stick to Got
it! Paimon will hold the... Oh, you're going to take a nap already? We've been to lots of places together. She may look a bit
So you're the best of companions. You're awake. You slept for a really long... Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Thank you, Miss Siegeween! Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
Are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time? No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Paimon talked with Siegeween the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nerd. Whoa! You really... Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Linny! Oh!
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule.
That's good. That means you didn't raise... We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night...
Wait, why is she...
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Perhaps that's true. You are both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, you've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine, glad to hear. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time?
According to my observations, Siegeween always spends around... Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only...
Okay, then let's...
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange.
As expected, Sigewin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to... Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues.
Okay. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was...
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest while she left, which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse
There are some books here and a few... These sure are some interesting books. She even has books... Ah, this is it!
Wait, this thing? It doesn't... The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't... Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for... Let's look around here for some more clues.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper!
A slip of paper?
It's right over here! And there's a bunch written on it, too. It reads... Out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card.
This is...
Is that all? The back.
Show me!
That look on your... Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui... No! Could she have...
Writhsley... Did he...
Wait, you mean... He was aware of our goals from the very...
Yes. That is a crucial... You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Writhsley. We're a completely different... I'd like to know that too. Don't panic, just think... Wait, you're right. The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds could...
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
So he's... If Writhsley let him leave on purpose, then he's...
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child.
No, I'm the leader of...
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler...
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be... I have to go.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have...
It's not impossible, but it...
Is that so?
Is someone...
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come... Someone! Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? Being able to read human expression. Lenny! Wait! It's no use, we have to catch up to him! He's already out of sight! How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Writhsley's office!
Come out and face me, Risley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my...
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes... Maybe she'll appear behind you right now.
Is he trying to trick me? You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start. As for Fremine... No, you probably...
There was no need to do so. The Fortress of Meripede is a...
You removed our original members and spread...
One correction. Lynette is in my...
He's not. What?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently... Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates...
Wait, you locked him out...
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside.
Fremine's a star diver, so he...
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that... Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or... I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked again. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
You want to see Father?
Well... If she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be...
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette...
Was this the extent of your master plan?
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to...
Lenny!
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my... I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremine left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look...
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6.
Wait,
2. Time's up.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave.
Yeah, listen to the Traveler!
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it's still... Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time. I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone,
I've been told that the infirmary is always... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. The research notes said that the Melusine rig... According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed... We often see Miss Sijuin... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of I've been told that the infirmary is... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half-hour... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production... The Fonta promoter has been struggling because... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half-hour just before lunch. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fonta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans. Fonta's internal reports... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoner... The research note said that... According to Collins, the Pancration... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting an... I've been told that the infirmary is always... I've been told that the infirmary is... The Fonta promoter has been... According to Collins, the Pancration... The research note said that... According to Collins, the Pancration... I've been told that the infirmary...
So that's what's going on. The hidden rule of the production zone. At first we thought this... She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria. Sijuin has the recipient... Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's... Alright, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a
The Fonta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize... We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work... Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're... I've been told that the infirmary is... According to Collins, the Pancration According to Collins, the We often see Miss Sijuin observe... I've been told that the infirmary is always empty. The Fonta promoter has been
Paimon gets this rule too now. That hidden rule of the Pancration... People get scared with... But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet a blood... The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the pancration trip. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, and so
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this, Miss. Although, based on your description, that Fonta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought is, you'll pick... Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Siege, we thought this gun made...
Siege... You...
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Lenny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect. His Grace knows it too.
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it—
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes.
What are you talking about?
Take me if you want.
how touch—
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving. I'll go get a cup of tea.
You...
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Cl—
Freminet...
What's going on? What is Clorinde doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin.
What happened to Freminet? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like...
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse.
What?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Miss...
I'll talk to Clorinde while you get Freminet to where he needs to be.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only...
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after...
Please, look after Mr. Freminet for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator.
Where is she?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around...
What's that look on your face? I thought I...
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sigewinne may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... Well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but...
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Remine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now...
His breathing's beginning to slow.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the...
Yeah, I'll take him from this side.
On it?
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to go...
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit.
Time to go. He's awake.
Linny. Lynette.
We're all here.
The infirmary at the forge. How do you feel?
The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
I'm in. Where could Master Child be? Father! This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it? It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it. This is where the water starts. Okay. Master... The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. Oh, there are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. but I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait, what? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it. I can't die here. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find—
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly—
Miss Clarande, you say?
You're still too weak for Monet. Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Linny?
No, please go on without me.
Linny.
The logical part of my brain is
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.